Awesome. Hi everyone. For those who don't know me, my name is Magnus Johansson. I'm a freshman optical science major, minoring in electrical, computer engineering, and math. And I'm running for Science Day VP. So started my first year, was also the start of my career in SHPE. Immediately I sort of figured out that it was not really about fitting in, but sort of finding people that have the same interests and that you can grow alongside and who want to make you better each and every day. So I really gravitated towards the leadership position in SIP. Among a lot of things this year, one thing that I noticed a lot was that I wish I would have started sooner on a lot of things. And that feeling is something that makes Science Day near and dear to my heart, because obviously middle schoolers, you're starting at a young age, that's when you really start building ideas about what you want to do in the future, or at least ideally that's what happens. So I imagine myself being there, making kids excited about things that I really like, and maybe taking their interests, and they can start and believe in and follow all these things that will lead into their high school careers, college careers, and eventually into something that they can surround their life with. And the earlier we do that, the earlier is the better. So in the past, I was a one-on-one mentor at my local middle school, and I have over 100 hours serving my community in Tucson with local charities and events. And just recently I volunteered for Laser Fun Day for the Student Optics Club, and that is the biggest optics event of the year and has a very similar demographic to Science Day. So I feel like setting up with demos and getting things rolling would help me a lot with this role next year. Additionally, I really want Science Day to expand the scope of SHPE as a whole. I think university-wide, people should know about this club, and people should see what we do, how we do it, and just build recognition, even citywide. I want to connect with local clubs. IEEE is one that I had in mind because I feel like the U of A has so much potential, and we have all the personnel here, and we should really take advantage of all the people that we have here working together. I just want to get everyone exposed and create a lasting memory. I spoke with the previous Science Day representative who did an excellent job last year, and I really want to build off of what we did well. And I really just want to be able to increase the general body exposure in this club and provide more structured opportunities and bring eBoard even closer to the general body. I also want to maximize company involvement, open doors for volunteers, and overall have a fun time. We're all here, we're all working together. We deserve to see how it pays off. So my final thoughts are getting kids thinking about engineering early is really important, and that's something that I really want to be involved with. Anyways, I believe in SHPE, I believe in eBoard, I believe in everyone here, so I hope y'all can believe in me for Science Day next year. Thank you. Yes?
So you mentioned about bringing like SHPE and other clubs like IEEE together. How would you do that? Like, what type of events would you run?
Yeah, so, I believe that, when I spoke with Monica, I think, the idea that she really highlighted as her favorite was a booklet that really guided the kids throughout the event. And I noticed just looking at the booklet, there's all these fun activities, it's themed. There's a maze that goes on one of the pages, and I know IEEE has their micro mouse devices. They compete, and essentially that's a tiny little robot that navigates the maze. And I thought it'd be really cool if we could have the kids compete with the robot and solve the maze. Anything that they can see in front of their eyes and really gravitate towards, I think is helpful. Yes?
You talked about that large event that you do with Opti. I want to know not only how you participated that event, but how you as a member made sure it was a better event than last year's.
Absolutely. So when I volunteered there, I was actually the first one to show up to set up, so I got to see a lot of the particular demonstrations that they have. I was in charge of a whole room setup with multiple demonstrations, and I think the most important thing that I learned about that is just putting things in a way, obviously it's directed towards a young demographic, but you want things to just be easy to see. You want them to be able to get interested and excited and see what's happening quickly. they're not college level. Just making it, really accessible for them, I think, is the most important thing. And did I hit every part of that question? Okay, thank you. Yes.
You mentioned how you want to have a wider university recognition and even city recognition for this event. How do you plan on doing that?
I didn't hear that, but yeah, good question. I think just based off of my experience, like I found out about SHPE. It was just a one-off. It was a Honeywell information session, and I didn't know anyone, and I came with a friend, and I just ended up walking around. I met Brandon. He was goofing around, so I like that. But really, I think that's the most important thing. Is just getting SHPE involved with other things. Like putting our word out there in other events that aren't exactly related, so that we can show off all these cool things we do. And then the more we do that, the more people will learn. And obviously, just by expanding the general body as much as possible. Because once they're here, I think most people see what we do and they're here to stay.